I am here with Connor Bruggemann. He made $340,000 trading penny stocks by the age of 18 years old. He built Investors Corner, which is a top-rated interactive community of traders where traders go to for information. A six-figure revenue online service business created while in high school. And he's also launching two more companies, and main site is funded by angel investors at a valuation well into the six figures. He's also been featured on Fox Business, Bro Bible, and The Verge. Connor, how are you doing today, brother?
Good, Chris. How are you? Thanks for having me on. I hope everything's going well.
It is, man. It is. Yeah, man. I mean, Connor, why don't you explain to all the viewers, who Connor Bruggemann is, what you're all about, and really I think the title is kind of catching. So how you went out there and made over $300,000 while you're 18 years old? Because I wish I did that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, kind of my whole trading story all started with, just having my first job as a freshman in high school, 14 years old as a busboy, kind of just working my way through the employee mindset, cleaning tables, worked my way up, became a waiter, learned a lot of really cool life lessons there. But basically had about $10,000 sitting in a savings account. And my dad's like, okay, if the bank's giving you 0.5%, we can go into dividend yielding stocks that are getting you 4%. So I was like, okay, that doesn't make any sense to me, but sure, Dad, sounds good. So we opened up my first trading account, a custodial account, when I was 16 years old. I started reading about penny stocks, hearing about people like Tim Sykes, Cameron Foos, all these guys making so much money trading penny stocks. And I was fascinated by it. Always been an ambitious kid. So I was like, wow, why not try this? And behind my dad's back, I began trading penny stocks. September 22nd was basically, I was a Monday. I skipped school that day, stayed home, and put $9,700 into one penny stock. After holding it for multiple months, seeing a profit of $200,000. I didn't sell it. Basically, my dad was like, sell the whole way around that, but saw that 200K go all the way back down to roughly $94,000 when I did finally sell it. So $10,000 into $94,000 by the end of 2013. Basically thought I had it all figured out. I was a 16-year-old kid now with, nearly a six-figure bank account. Thought I had everything figured out, and ultimately got humbled up by the market. Saw $94,000 go all the way down to $52,000. And that's when I was like, okay, time to get things figured out. And for weeks, I was reviewing all these bad trades I was making, found a common mistake, and started to refine a strategy. And, in the past 13 months, I've made over $300,000 trading. So I'm up nearly $350,000. I trade in school. And that's sort of how I built my company, Investors Corner, which is all about working with other traders and teaching them how to succeed as a self-sufficient trader.
Wow, that's obviously a huge story. Now, let's take it back to kind of where you obviously lost a lot of money. You made close to a six-figure income when you're 16 years old, and then all of a sudden it went down. What point were you like, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? And how did you go out there and fix it? I mean, I know you kind of mentioned it, but I want you to go in detail on how you kind of got out of that hole. And I mean, look at you now. You're obviously a lot better off than when you were.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, failure is inevitable. And at 16 years old, I didn't really think failure was ever going to happen to me. I thought I was somebody special. I didn't think that I could encounter this. And basically, once I was down to the $60,000 mark, I was very scared. I was really just in a bad, mental, emotional state right there, seeing, $30,000 just disappear. For me, it was just numbers on a keyboard, but I was, totally just in a bad place, and really, really started to stick to myself, kind of just hung out in my room with a laptop and just like, I need to figure this out because I love trading. I had people in my family say, oh, he's the whiz kid, all this stuff. So I had people edifying me that thinks like, oh, hey, he's going to be great. Oh my God, all this great success is going to come. And in reality, I was going through an extremely, extremely tough time and experiencing a ton of failure. But I really did watch a lot of different podcasts, and that's why I think what you're doing is great. Different podcasts, watching a lot of videos, reading a lot, and just, kind of building myself for success, and then really just studying these different chart patterns and, basically found my strategy through trial and error. But you just have to be persistent. I've had subscribers who have lost money and then made a lot, but you're always going to go through a tough time in business and trading and anything really in your life. You're going to experience failure, and it's, about persisting through it and working hard through it and, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And that's exactly what happened. I could have easily quit, and walked away with $60,000 and not have gotten everything figured out if I didn't persist. And then $300,000 later in trading profits, building a company that's, a six-figure producing company, accounting for roughly $430,000 in subscriber profits. In the past 30 days, we've accounted for $70,000. So, I'm literally impacting dozens and dozens and dozens of people through all this. But if you go all the way back, 14 months ago, I could have called it quits and been done with everything. So staying persistent through tough times is literally the most important thing for any entrepreneur to know, because there is light at the end of the tunnel, even though, how dark it may be. It's, how you persist through it, how you work hard through it, and then what comes next is going to be awesome. You're going to be a better person, better business person, better entrepreneur, better trader, whatever it may be. The amount of lessons I learned back then was unreal. At 16 years old, one of the most humbling experiences I'll probably ever experience in my life. And it really makes me appreciate everything I have right now, because I saw how quickly it could be taken away from you.
Wow, man. I think that's the epitome of a minor setback for a major comeback, and exactly what you said. You easily could have quit. You easily could have stopped, but you didn't. And the reason why you're at where you're at right now is probably because of that situation. Now,
Absolutely.
real quick, I know that, you've been mentored by some people in the business. When did you reach out for mentorship? How important is mentorship to you? And really, who are your key mentors that you listen to?
Yeah, mentorship is the absolute biggest thing in entrepreneurship, in anything you do, because as much as, especially a young entrepreneur, thinks they know everything, you don't, you know nothing. The most important thing is surrounding yourself with people who are much smarter than you. So one of my big mentors, Gerard Adams, basically he was the co-founder of Elite Daily, which is a big time online publication. He reached out to me in December. He grew up 25 minutes from me. And I hung out at Elite Daily, went there, saw this whole culture. Little did I know that they were in buyout talks, where they sold for $50 million. And he's one of the greatest entrepreneurs, one of the most inspiring people in the world. This guy's made tens of millions of dollars through different startups. He's built 7 multi-million-dollar businesses in 7 different sectors. So extremely diverse guy, but mentorship is the most important thing. So I kind of got thrown into that, and I stayed in touch with Gerard as long as possible. Huge mentor of mine, and really just as I'm going through tough times, he's a person I'll reach out to. And with my success, he's there to guide me through it, because as a lot of people just see, oh, the hardest thing of being an entrepreneur is dealing with hard times, but really a lot of it is dealing with the success. When you're 17, 18, 19 years old and you have hundreds of thousands of dollars being thrown at you, all this success, it's a lot to deal with as well. So a lot of people don't see that, oh, the success is also a lot to deal with, because it's like, how are you going to build upon that? So, using a mentor for that, really to understand how to deal with success and how to use it and how to grow with it. How you just don't have like a little straight line and then bang, you fade. How to keep that success, how to keep that momentum going. And that's just another challenge that so many entrepreneurs face. But fortunately to my mentor, I've been able to learn how to roll with momentum and keep momentum going. And then another big mentor of mine is Timothy Sykes, who is a big time penny stock trader. And actually it's funny, the whole Tim Sykes story is I reached out to this guy. I bugged him on Facebook because I was building this platform called Investors Corner. I'd bug him on Facebook, bug him on Twitter, email. I'm like, yo, Tim, I'm up 150 grand. Like, let's go, all this stuff. And would just continue talking to him. And then the press came out, and then I got in touch with Tim. And ultimately, our deal got stalled 3 months because I'm too young. So I was 17 years old, couldn't sign a contract till I'm 18. But Tim has absolutely helped me so much with Investors Corner. He is a genius in this space. He's a teaching genius. He's a marketing genius. He just is very, very talented in the newsletter business. And I'll still get texts from Tim whenever I make a mistake. So he's really helped me cultivate the community I have with Investors Corner. So mentorship is so, so important. It's more important than, for entrepreneurs out there looking at funding and stuff. Having the right person is more important than any check. I rather take $100,000 from somebody opposed to $1 million from somebody if that $100,000 coming from the right person, because what you're going to learn from that person and what they bring to the table is worth way more than money.
Wow, exactly. I think that, I'm 100% with you on that. Now, when you're 18 years old and, you make over $300,000, what does your family think? What do your friends think? Did you get them a little something or what?
Oh yeah. It was totally a change. Absolutely, with the trading and then now the business taking off and stuff. Of course, I treat my family, my brother, courtside Nuggets Knick game, took my friends. spontaneously on my 17th birthday, floor seats, Big East tournament, literally last minute called them up. It's like, yo, who wants to sit on the floor for this game? I go out to eat like 10 days a week. Get, my brother, whatever he wants, we're going to go to Summer Jam actually this weekend. So, we do all this cool stuff together. Sister bought her iPad, brother laptop, parents laptops, really whatever my parents allow me to do for them, I'll do for them. And as for my friends, I mean, we just have a great time, go to the city all the time. We were at the 40/40 club a few months ago, which is Jay-Z's club in New York, which was cool. And really just, I enjoy, sharing my wealth with the people around me that, who were with me before everything happened, when they were with me, when I would have websites and I got banned from Google AdSense when I was in 8th grade because of clicking on the ads too much. I'm literally not allowed to have Google AdSense. So literally everything like that.
That's funny, man.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy seeing where everything has gone and how you're able to literally go out and never have to look at a price tag and take your friends on. I mean, I'm looking forward to this summer. Now my friends are out of school before they go to college, cool vacations and do a lot of cool stuff that people just dream about doing that I'm able to do. And I'm 100% fortunate and blessed for it.
Awesome, man. That's that's pretty funny that you got banned by Google AdSense, but
Google AdSense,
obviously,
great.
you live and you learn, and obviously, look at you, look where you're at today. But, just investment tips, I would say, and really, any value, any content you could give to a young investor out there, what would it be?
Yeah, for any young investor out there, someone who's looking to pursue day trading, pursue penny stocks. I mean, I think penny stocks are the best for somebody, especially like a millennial, because we don't have $25,000. We don't have $100,000. We're making 10% is cool. On $100,000, making 10% is $10,000. Okay, that's pretty good. But if you're someone who has $4,000 or $5,000, making 10% isn't anything. So that's why I like penny stocks, because there's opportunity for the individual investor, the individual trader, the guy with $3,000, and that's what penny stocks are great for. There's a platform called Robinhood, which is a zero commission brokerage firm like an E-Trade, but opposed to paying $9.99 per trade, it's free. So that is absolutely a game changer, because last year alone I paid $15,000 in commission. So they do add up. $9.99 seems like no big deal, but they add up. But yeah, to really just read and educate yourself. I have free video lessons. Tim Sykes has free video lessons. So take full advantage of these free content out there, save up, and, invest in a newsletter. I think newsletters are great. It's about going with the right one. Obviously, I think I have the best one, but, anybody out there, it's about, investing in your education. Really, penny stocks are the best, I think, but don't run right into it. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to put 1,000 in this account and I'm going to trade right away. What I recommend is don't trade right away. My biggest tip to subscribers and stuff, right when they come in, they're like, Connor, I have 5,000 in a trading account and I'm ready to go. And I'm like, no, you're not ready to go. I recommend paper trading off the bat. So that's like fake money. So like a fake $100,000 and trade it, and then just watch yourself lose 20% of it, because you're going to lose so much money in the beginning. So it's good to do it with paper trading, see what you're doing wrong, and then grow from that. So never use real money until like 2, 3, 4 weeks down the road. Use fake money and watch yourself lose some of it, which is great. It's a good experience. You're like, wow, thank God I use paper trading. So you'll definitely be thankful for it. But paper trading is great. So I recommend paper trading, different penny stocks and stuff, and then investing in your education.
Definitely. So, going off investing in your education, how important do you think, podcasts like this, like BeYOU podcasts and content and stuff like that, how important is that, especially when you're at a rough time, to personally develop?
Yeah, personal development is absolutely huge. It's something that I do. I mean, I like to watch this kind of stuff at night. It motivates me. For me, it motivates and inspires me how maybe my Instagram, my tweets, everything I do inspires somebody else. For me, I like to hear about somebody who went 0 to 5 million, with a company, and all what they have to say, because every entrepreneur is different. Every entrepreneur has a different tip, different advice for each other. And it doesn't matter if they're producing $1,000 in revenue or $10 million in revenue. Every entrepreneur has, different insights that are great. So podcasts and stuff are so important. Personal development is the single most important thing, I think, for any entrepreneur. You can never stop personal developing. It's all about becoming a better person. You can't really chase success. If you're chasing success, it's, you're chasing like a hot air balloon that's going to keep going away from you. You need to really develop yourself and become successful and help other people become successful. And then you'll just be a magnet for success. If you're only focused on a dollar sign and you're just chasing after a dollar sign, you're never going to find it. And you're going to find yourself with no money and a waste of time. What you need to do is really build yourself and build the people around you to become better people, better business people, better entrepreneurs, better traders, better marketers, whatever industry you're in, but make yourself and the people around you better, and you'll just be a magnet for success rather than going out chasing success and chasing dollar signs. That's the absolute wrong way of going about it.
If you can help someone get what they want, you can have everything you want. You know, that quote has always stuck with me, especially, you know, when I first became an entrepreneur. So before we get off, you know, just a little secret or a little quick tip for investors, you know, maybe something to take a look at, you know, something special. What are you going to say?
I got two tips for them. All right, we'll have one trading and one entrepreneur tips because I'm a little bit of both. For traders, I mean, I recommend using platforms like Equity Feed and FinViz for going about it. Use those free trials, take full advantage of that stuff. But I recommend trading bottom bouncers. Look at charts out there that are oversold that, you know, in terms of technicals for any traders out there, possibly RSI oversold, previous supports. That's my favorite. Definitely check out my free video lessons on YouTube. It kind of goes in detail on that, so you can get like a base education going. But, you know, cut your losses quickly as a trader and let your winners ride. That's kind of my biggest advice for any traders out there. And then for entrepreneurs is, you know, do not let what other people say about you or about what you're doing impact you. For me, I had a lot of heat, you know, back and forth when I put my story out there and put myself out there, put my business out there. You know, started that this kid was going to lose all his money and going to amount to nothing. Basically on my article on The Verge, basically 159 comments of the 159, 150 were negative, 9 were positive. So that was basically my first little wrap to getting involved in the media, getting myself out there. I just got, you know, I was so excited for it and had all these bad things occur, but you know, stay positive, but it's all about don't worry about what other people think. Then in March and April, I had all these people that said, I can't teach. I'm 18 years old. I can't go out there and teach someone who's 30 how to be a successful trader. Now I'm doing that. But so many people are afraid what their friends think, are afraid what society thinks, are afraid what somebody behind a keyboard thinks. And they're going to allow that to impact what they do as a trader, as an investor. And that's the, you know, the biggest piece of advice, because everything that I've been doing, I've had, you know, hundreds and hundreds of people that just hate on it and hate me and think that I'm not going to succeed. And when you have people like that following you, it is hard to deal with. When you look on Twitter and you have someone with 19,000 followers bashing you, you have the founder of StockTwits. That's a huge, like, multi-million-dollar company. The guy hates me. So literally these guys bashing you, and, you know, what you got to do is just believe in yourself, believe in what you're doing, and really not let what other people say, you know, influence you in a negative way.
So there you guys have it. Quick tips. Obviously, the amazing story of Connor Bruggemann. Connor, thank you for hopping on the podcast, and I'm excited to see, you know, where you're going to be at in the next 5 years, man.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Take care, man.